Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only 2 will leave, but 1 will have a big smile on his face. It's doable because I've done it once already in practice, but it's going to be a hard counter to counter. I reckon I can counter the counter. This is if he wins, I'll fight him, and I'm more confident about that than fighting Henry because Henry is very hard to beat. But that's how this works. That is how you set this up. You take something you really like a Team of Dragons, and then you make it work. Yeah. Except against Callum, apparently. So we've... and eventually we'll get this set up. You say technical difficulties, it's also known as a Wii. The tool. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah? Uh-huh. No, I don't get it. But it's okay, because now the tables have turned, and now I am commentating on Henry's game. That's sexy cornholio. That was a truly terrific performance from resident Darren there. I am, of course, being totally sarcastic. Oh yes. You gotta go fast on Main Street. Do 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 do. Now, I could totally rave up in here. And now, the showdown for Andeh versus Henry. Whoever loses, it spells defeat. Whoever wins will continue to battle through. However, he has been known to cause problems for other teams. And it's always nice to see Horsey enter the fray. Unfortunately, I don't think the Crab Stance has a knife. He will have to resort to all of his previous training in hand-to-hand combat. Don't do it, Darren. Don't do it, Darren. And here we go, indeed. We start out with a mirror start. Now, this could go any number of ways, given the massive, diverse move pool of Dragonites and the massive range of types you can set out. This could be anyone's game, but I'm predicting switches somewhere. Henry switches into Crab Stance for the steel resistance. And sensibly, he owns that one type which resists Dragon. Baller. Unfortunately, Andeh is now locked into Outrage, and he can't even switch. There he goes. The question is, what is the Metagross packing? Most likely an Ice Punch, in which case it was nice to know in the Dragonite, but you never know. It is an Ice Punch! Slowly but surely making its way across the field. I believe you may have a very similar Metagross to Henry's, because his is very similar to mine, because mine is the best. Sorry, just saying. It is what... Shut up! His is one faster, which completely negates the validity of mine when his is on the field. And we have Munchlax, the not fully evolved walking terror. He does hit like a truck. Then again, Metagross has also been known to hit like a truck. Unfortunately, that Metagross is very powerful, so if this isn't a one-hit kill, and it probably won't be, it'll be not very effective. But it is a crit! Still can't do enough. Fortunately, Andeh is now probably forced to switch or accept the loss of another Pokemon. So far, it's not looking good, but anything could happen. We have two very interesting teams. And there's the recall. And it begins! Tanks the Earthquake with its nice neutrality there. However, predicting the setup though, he did go for the Bullet Punch before he could set up Substitute, and now he can't set up for indefinite. Instead of 4 or 5 substitutes, he's now limited to 1. Unfortunately, whatever he switches in will only get a +1 speed boost. He can't survive. A lot of his team is quite slow. It'll be interesting to see whether it actually helps him outspeed anything, but if he hasn't battle passed out, that would be quite silly. But he can't substitute again, so there was no other logical choice. Whatever he sends out will have a +1 speed boost, but will get hit hard by Metagross unless it can predict typing. The intense thinking on the contenders' foreheads. Okay, Jolteon is known for being quite fast. A bit of extra damage with Bullet Punch is probably the safe thing to do. Even a Jolteon with its meager defense does shrug off. Oh, sensible play, definitely. There wasn't much reason to keep the Metagross in. As much damage as he can get before he dies is perfectly sensible. Sad to see, but unfortunately, Bullet Punch, very nice move to have, but the low base power, not very effective. Doesn't chip enough. However, it will slowly add to the Life Orb damage on the Jolteon. Yeah, they have now caught up in Pokemon Deaths, however, there's a Ninjask who is incredibly frail at this point. And in comes the tank. That horrible unstoppable force, which I really hate. That's good, because I don't like fighting Dusknoirs at all. They're very, very annoying. They are very annoying. Unfortunately, Bug is super effective against Psychic and not Ghost. Dusknoir, not very strong, but also Jolteon quite frail. It does still have a Ninjask at its disposal on weak health. It won't be able to substitute. We haven't seen a couple of his team yet still. And Hypno enters the field. That grab. Just now is recalled, and Dragonite is sent out. He may well get punched in the face very hard. There's a good chance that Hypno will be able to resist most of the damage incoming, but... and sensibly, he goes for the setup. So... Indeed, the Wish will have no effect. Oh no, the Wish will counter that damage. Sensible play. It remains to be seen whether there is a fast enough Pokemon on Andeh's team to make use of this. That's why he did. He just did do a second Dragon Dance. He belly drummed. Yeah. Used the belly drum, but recovered the HP with Wish, so he does have the +6 attack. And most likely a Baton Pass incoming. Dragonite now does have 2 sets of Dragon Dance up, so there's a good chance that he will outspeed what comes in, and he's going to have to rely on this because there are a few remaining Pokemon on Andeh's team which are strong hitters to begin with.
What is that?
That's... oh god! It's a monster! Oh, I can't do it. No, not the cave demon.
See, Henry, I even set it up for put it on the screen.
No, not doing it.
Oh well, whatever it is,
It is, unfortunately, not killed with a knife, unfortunately. Yep, dragons much stronger than snakes. Hypno returns to play. Unfortunately, the belly drum Baton Pass went into a Pokemon who is now unfortunately deceased, whereas the Dragonite still has his Dragon Dances up. There's no limit to this Dragonite's power. Oh, and that's a forfeit from Andeh. Unfortunately, that is GG. The match goes to Henry.